So enter random bin picking. We tried to do this in 2018. We had the random bin picking, but the problem was the software wasn't there to enable 100%. What's 100%? 100% means I can put the parts in that bin anywhere that I want to. You can see in the bin now, they are all over the place, okay? So that's what random means, just dumped in there at any way that you want, just kind of raw dunnage, okay? So with this, the part orientation is done by the camera system. So let me describe this for you a little bit, okay? So what we have here, and what I'm gonna do is we're gonna run it so you can see it running, and then what we're going to do, like open the door, and I'm gonna explain it to you in a little bit more detail, but just so you see what's running. So we have an LR mate, that's the robot, that is actually picking up the parts from the bin. Now you see right now, okay, you see that light that flashed? So if you look up here, this is the Keyence 3D camera system. So we've worked in collaboration directly with Keyence in order to, and Fanuc, in order to be able to guarantee 100%. So again, what's 100%? 100% means that we can guarantee that every single one is going to be picked up and oriented correctly and placed on the in-feed conveyor correctly. Every single part. We couldn't do that 4 years ago. 4 years ago, what would happen is we do a few parts, may even do half of them. Then the robot would look at it and would get confused. We take a photograph of it with the 3D camera system. It didn't know what to do. It couldn't find a part. It couldn't grab one, so the system stopped. So this was the problem 4 years ago. In the last 2 years, we have worked diligently and very hard to develop a 3D camera system that would enable complete random bin picking system that was 100%. So every single part in there, we guarantee will be picked up. So again, back up to the 3D camera system. So what it's doing here, it's coming over and it is going to come over here in just a second. I was going to pick up a part and then it does a 2-point verification. So it's checking now, okay, is that correct orientation? If it is, it places it on the in-feed conveyor in the correct orientation. Picked it up wrong. If it had picked it up wrong, it would drop the part. And then it would go back and look at it again. And just come down here for a second. I want to show you that. You see those red parts down there? Got some red marking on them. So we have those. What we do there is we throw the parts in there. Now, if it's identified as a bad part. So here's what you can do. You identify a particular part. That's a bad part. So for example, if the guy's doing a family of parts and he's worried about mixing one part to another, and he's got like say 3 parts that are identified that are in the area that he's worried about, we can put that into the software to where it will identify part 1, part 2, part 3. And if it looks at those and it sees those in there, it takes that part and takes the bad part and it takes it out of the bin and it'll put it, that's simulated over on that tray there. You see that black tray? That's where the bad parts, what about if I drop the pen in there? You got a pen? Give me your pen. Okay, got a pen. So you say, well, okay, that's Chris, that's great. We can identify some parts. But what about if somebody wants to mess around and just take a pen and throw it in there? So what'll happen then with the pen, it just disregards it. It looks at it, it doesn't know what it is. So it will continue to go after the other parts. It doesn't stop the system. It actually will go after the other parts. Now you can put actually into the software to stop the system if you want to, or if it sees something that doesn't recognize that it is not already pre-programmed as a bad part, it'll just disregard it. And it'll go back there and start picking up the parts. So what you're seeing here is the parts are put in random into the tray. If they're correct, they go on the in-feed conveyor. Now the finished parts come on the out-feed conveyor. the robot will take the finished parts off the outfeed conveyor. You can see that by the white plastic there on the outfeed conveyor. It takes that, and it's taking the finished parts, and it's going to put them on the tray. Now, the only reason we're showing that is to show you that. Oh, here it's coming right now. Okay, so it's going to pick up a part. So the robot's going to take the finished part, and it's going to take it. You see it? It's going to take it over there, orient it correctly, and then drop it in. So it's basically showing you that, hey, you've got a robot here. So on the finished parts, if you want to take it over, put a wash station here, you want to put a gauge on here, we can do that. No problem at all. The finished parts are sensitive. You want to put them in a tray system, you can absolutely do that. So you can see there that that's what we're simulating on the finished part, just dropping them into a tray. It's actually dropping into the bin on the other side. So one other thing before I stop it and I show you is, so the camera system, I don't know if you can see up there, but it's on a slide. So look at me. So that whole 3D camera system slides over. So we work on the first bin, and then you've got a second bin, which is that bin. It'll automatically slide over, and the 3D camera system will automatically be going after the second bin. And you can have that even longer if you wanted to have a bigger system, you want to have more bins, you can absolutely do that. So come around the front for me a little bit. So maybe I don't need to stop it. Maybe I can just do it without stopping it. So I just want to describe the system a little bit to you. This is the operation PLC already designed. So this gives you manual operation over everything. And it gives you also data output. You can see input, output parts, rejected parts. It gives you all of the data, and we can also do data collection on the system as well. Down here is the 3D vision of the, this is directly feedback directly from the Keyence camera system. So one other thing before we leave this. So you say, hey, Chris, that's great for these parts, but what about some bigger, smaller, what have you? As far as connecting it to the lathe, we can connect it to any lathe, of course, or a Metron machining center or what have you. Or we can just design and make the bin picking system for your machine. It doesn't have to be a Takamaz or a Metron. We'd like you to be, please, but it doesn't have to be. So we can design the system for you and say, well, what about changeover? Okay, so I'm running these parts right now. I come into a changeover. The system is so smart. Basically, all we have to do is to input a 3D CAD file system, and it will automatically calculate where the robot needs to go, and the whole bin picking system is done basically by just inputting a 3D drawing. It's a little bit of more work to it than that, but so it's very easy for doing a different part, and it's also very, very easy for changeover. So I can tell you that so many people who now disregarded these systems are now very, very interested, because again, labor be getting any better. I don't understand where everybody's gone. They've gone somewhere, to the couch or whatever. But labor, obviously everybody knows labor is everything. So random bin picking is really great because a lot of people's parts come in raw dunnage, however they are, forgings, castings, what have you, they're coming in raw dunnage. And to have people, again, put them in a stalker one by one or what have you, is just not feasible any longer. So now a system like this, which would never have approved on an ROI, now it does. So work with us on this. Again, we're doing a lot more of these. And again, we can connect them to the Takamaz, the Metron, whatever system we're doing, or your system, we can work with you directly. And again, I don't know of anybody else. I'm sure there's somebody. I haven't seen anybody else that guarantees 100% random bin picking. This is the biggest part of the bin picking. And this was the biggest problem in the past, is we just couldn't get to 100%. So before I leave you with this, just one point. When I say one part could be stuck right in the corner, how does it handle that? It'll come over take one of the fingers from the robot fingers, knock it over, and then it'll come back and look at it and pick it back up. If it's not right, it'll drop it and look at it and come back and pick it back up again. So that's the technology. It's almost IT. It's amazing. The technology of the software is just unbelievably fantastic. So I will leave you with that. We're going to probably go into depth with that again in the future. And I think we already talked about the XC100, so we are good there. Now, as everybody, I think you guys know, on the XC100s, we're running a special now to the end of the year. Very, very good special. I won't mention the price, but it's a very, very great special. Takamaz has introduced, when I was at the Jim Top show recently, they're introducing the new XC100 machine, which is called the XTS-6. Uses the Fanuc 0 ITF and the integrated Fanuc loader, which we're going to do on Thursday. So don't leave the new integrated loader. It's so great. It's unbelievable. Also, the loading time. This one's about a 7-8 seconds load time. The new XTS-6 is like 4 seconds load time. So it's really, really fast. So we'll be getting into that shortly. Thanks, John. Okay, any other questions on this one before I move on? Hands up, no hands up? We're good? Yeah, we can come back to this as well.
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
Is there a budget cost on the loading?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, for the random bin picking?
Yes.
150 grand.
Okay.
That's everything you're seeing here, basically. Now, you say, well, can we go bigger? Yes, we can. This is an LR mate. We can go to a bigger robot, an M10 and M12 for bigger parts, bigger system and what have you. But that's basically the cost of this particular system here.
All right, thank you.
It includes everything: the base, the machine, the whole thing. Not the XC100, but everything else. So.
Thank you.
You got it. Okay, let's move on a little bit. So again, I mentioned that the XC100 is on special. Now I have them. This is the single. This is the single machine here with in and out feed conveyor on the left-hand side. I have some of these left at the great price. Now I want to come over here. John, you know